And Larry, we've got a very, I think this is going to be a fantastic discussion today. So why don't you go ahead and introduce our guest and let's get at it.
No, I can't wait to bring Curt on, but I have to give people just a little backstory, because you're always going to hear me say this. If you're genuine and if you're authentic, you engage and you just humanize yourself, especially in the world that we live in today where social plays such a big part. You meet some of the most fantastic people, and that's how I met Curt Mercadante. I just love how that just rolls off the top of my tongue. It's kind of cool. And we just started, hopping on some calls. I was on his podcast. Obviously, he's coming on ours. And he's just one of the coolest guys I've ever met. So without further ado, Curt Mercadante, welcome to Selling from the Heart.
Well, welcome. My pleasure. Thanks for having me on here. That was an awesome, I'm so used to saying welcome for my podcast. But thanks a lot for that warm introduction. And I feel the same way, Larry. And I read Selling from the Heart on the way back from London. And, I read it on my Kindle and just had tons of highlights. And there was so much synergy. I hate that word, but there's so much synergy, in terms of my thinking and philosophy and the philosophy that you espouse in terms of, and I think I tagged you in a social media post, the empty suit and the empty shell of a person who doesn't have any sense of self or self-awareness. And they're just kind of like a malleable pile of wet clay, right? And that doesn't help their fulfillment, and it certainly doesn't help them sell. That's for sure.
Hey, by the way, this wasn't a Gumby and Pokey moment when you said,
yeah, right. Yeah.
So now I'm really dating myself. That was really horrible, but nevertheless, I think you all get it.
Well, hey, as we get started, the question, Curt, that every guest, the hot seat of the Selling from the Heart podcast question is, what does it mean to you to sell from the heart?
Yeah, I think it means to, there's a lot of people, I call them the ShamWow coaches. You see them on social media. They're the people who went viral with a few videos, and now suddenly they've slapped the title coach or strategist on them. And really what they are is vendors, right? Hey, I'll help you get video views, and I'll help you get more fans and friends. I'm a personal branding coach. It's like, you're not a coach, you're a vendor. Maybe you're very good at providing a service, but someone gives you money in return for a product, and some people have a very good product. Doesn't mean anything. Likes and views don't mean a damn thing, right? If you do, and what a lot of these people talk about as they do their ShamWow impersonation, ShamWow, the guy who the TV infomercials selling this product that may or may not work, is they always use the term authenticity. Be authentic, be authentic. And they repeat that. And what they really mean is be authentically someone else. Because you can see these people, they try to be a Gary Vee, they try to be a Grant Cardone. I've been known to drop a few F-bombs in my time on my speeches and on but you see some of these people, F, 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 and you could tell they just watched a Gary Vee video. And so they spend their entire time trying to mimic someone else when they do a video, when they do anything. Some of them, I talked about the malleable pile of wet clay, they try to do it on a sales call. And the person on the other line can tell they're dealing with, as you guys like to say, an empty suit. And someone that's, true authenticity is knowing who you are, knowing your truth, not being afraid to live your truth, first of all, and then speak it. And last year I had a LinkedIn article.